Body, and Soul with Annette. We're your hosts, Annette Harris, and along with intriguing life questions and concerns, such as, do Christians suffer from mental illness? Have you wondered why they act abnormal? Or you may ask, what is really going on in their minds? Do you need Annette? Well, keep listening for a biblical understanding of the psychology of the mind.
Great afternoon and welcome to another wonderful session of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette and Iris. Thank you so much for joining us on this afternoon, for listening and or watching us on today. Before I get started, you know what I have to do. Acknowledge the Lord in prayer. Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day that you have blessed us to see. We thank you for the bright sunshine. I saw it coming in, Lord, and you're blessing us. And we ask that you would continue to get the glory out of whatever we go to say and do on this. In Jesus' name we pray. And our opening scripture that I normally like to quote is the first part of Hosea 4:6. And it states, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. And again, we are grateful to be here on this afternoon. It is another Wednesday, and we are in the house here at Intellectual Radio. And I'm so excited, as I always am. You all probably talk about me and say, she's always excited. But I am, because God has equipped me and he has blessed me to do what I am doing. And I get joy out of it. I really do. And I just want to let you know, when you come into my Facebook live feed, please do me a humongous favor. Go ahead, like and share. It costs you nothing. Go ahead and do that for me if you would not mind, so that we can get the word out that Mind, Body, and Soul is on the air right now, because I don't want anybody to miss what we're going to do on today. So sometimes we may just have to remind people that we're here. And then we're also on YouTube. So if you go to YouTube right now, you can type in Intellectual Radio and you will see Mind, Body, and Soul live at the present time. And then also you can go to the station's website if you want to listen to us, IntellectualRadio.com. All one word, IntellectualRadio.com. Let someone know that we are on the air on today. And I see you guys coming into Facebook live feed. There are so many that are eager for today's session, and they are chiming in already. So I thank you. Let me do this. Let me go ahead and welcome in my wonderful guest on this afternoon. I'm trying to keep myself under right now because I'm a little frantic. If I may say that, because I have to the right of me a beautiful woman of God. I have been observing her work, observing her over the past probably maybe 5 years or so. And I have been totally just amazed, pleased at what I've seen. And she is so down to earth. I tell you, I'm going to read her bio, but I would just let you know I'm sitting in the presence of a beautiful woman. Lady Iris Reed is in the house on this afternoon. How are you doing?
I am wonderful, and I'm ecstatic to be here.
Good. I'm so glad. I'm glad that you're ecstatic.
I am.
I just get excited when I see individuals just really doing their thing, if I can say it like that, and taking such joy in doing it. And I see the joy that you get out of what you do. So let me do this. Let me read just a little bit of the bio that I have received from Lady Iris, if that's okay with you.
Absolutely.
All right. I would do that just to kind of introduce you a little bit more to my listeners. I always tell my listeners, when I have first time guests on, come on, just welcome them in as we do Mind, Body, and Soul style. So if you would not mind doing that on this afternoon, make her feel welcome, because she's here with me. I'm so afraid. Okay, I'm going to calm down. Annette's going to calm down. All right. Iris Reed is a mother, a writer, model, actress, singer, a florist, and did you hear all that? How many did I say? Okay. She wears many hats. She has often said that having a wonderful husband, such as Pastor David A. Reed, inspires her to be the creative person that she is. That's beautiful. Iris has appeared in magazine ads such as Kraft, Motion's Hair Products, and I know some of y'all use that because I do too, Dominic's, American Airlines, Isoplus, etc. Iris has also done several commercials such as McDonald's with BB and CC Winans, I get a celebrity in the house.
Oh, please.
Tide, Pop Secret Popcorn, Kmart, Breyers. Oh my God, I love the ice cream. And the list goes on. She was also a featured soloist in the movie Sister Act 2 with Whoopi Goldberg. Iris has completed a gospel music workout video. Oh, really? Soul stepping. Okay. And has appeared in several television shows such as The Oprah Winfrey Show, Days of Our Lives, Different World, Fresh Prince, Out All Night, Townsend Television, just to name a few. Was that a few? That was quite a bit. Says here that she holds a BS in health sciences and was a former science teacher. Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to envision you as a science teacher right now. I don't think I can do it, but okay. Iris credits her parents, who provided a strong spiritual background during her childhood, as being the driving force to help her make decisions in her daily life. Faith and belief in Christ Jesus is exemplified at Reed's Temple Church of God in Christ, where she serves as the first lady. Iris has a great affinity for people, and she does not mind letting them know. Excuse me. Iris states that being a pastor's daughter, oh really? Okay, has given her a servant's heart. Wow, you're a PK kid, and now you're a PK wife. Okay,
Yes.
a P wife, should I say?
Right.
Growing up, she has held many positions in the church, from directing the choir to cleaning the restrooms. Wow. Iris knows that she is nothing without God, but also realizes that she can do all things through Christ, who gives her the strength. Welcome again, Lady Iris Reed. And I may have presented and or introduced her to many of you. Some of you all probably already knew all the things that I just read off, but this is exciting. This is really exciting. So that was a nice and that was a condensed version of her bio. Okay, there's much more. I don't know if any of you got a chance to look at the video that my assistant actually created for today's show. And it had the one that we put up early this morning. So it had a little clip of the Sister Act 2 performance that Lady Iris Reed did. And I was like, wow, you got a voice on you.
Oh, I thank you, but it's enough not to embarrass myself. I do not consider myself a singer, though.
Oh, really?
No.
Well, you sure took that mic in that movie, and you made it your own. I tell you,
Well,
that was beautiful. That was beautiful. And many remember you that particular scene. As a matter of fact, I think that was who else was Lauryn Hill was in the
Lauryn Hill.
in the background.
And you know who else? Whoopi's actual daughter, her real life daughter, is there, standing there.
Was
too.
one of the girls?
Yes, Alexis. And who else was in there? Tanya Blount.
Okay.
She was in there.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
wow. Okay. So she's rubbed elbows with quite a few people here. So that
and what's funny about that is who was singing background for me in that choir was Erica Campbell from Mary Mary.
No.
See, this is why you better treat people right.
I
because
know.
Look where she is now. Now, what if I was all haughty and acted like I'm really somebody because I was the lead singer and just treated her like she wasn't anybody?
Oh
look
my
at her
gosh.
now.
Really?
You better treat everybody right.
Yeah, that's the truth. That is the truth.
Yes.
Oh my
And we
goodness.
still keep in touch.
Do you really?
Yeah. Matter of fact, she actually posted that on Instagram that she was actually background singing. You singing background for Iris, like,
are you serious?
Yes, she's
that
really
is
sweet,
too
though.
nice, too funny, but nice. That's beautiful.
You just never know.
You sure don't. Oh my gosh. Well, the Lord has brought you. This is a wonderful life's journey you've been on.
Yes.
And just so you all would know, you see the shortened title of today's topic on the Facebook Live feed. I just put up their ministry spouses, but I'm starting this new segment with Mind, Body, and Soul, and I kind of want to highlight ministry spouses who actually do things outside of the ministry, if you will, so to speak, because sometimes we may look at the spouses as just being, in the woman's case, a trophy wife or something like that. Or there are some males that are spouses, to women who are pastors or apostles or what have you, and they're not necessarily given the accolades or if you will, they're just kind of like in the background sometimes. But I wanted to highlight individuals who are, as I talked about earlier, who, wear different hats, who are actually active. You're not just sitting there, just, and she's
Right.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
You're not just sitting, you're actively doing something.
Mhm.
And again, it's something that brings you joy. And,
Yes.
and as I see your postings on Facebook and everything, I'm like, wow, she really gets a joy out of this. And that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, let me do this real quick. I just want to acknowledge those of you that are on Facebook Live. I see you, Aura. Thanks for watching. Demetria, Brand Triplet, Angela Elaine, and she's speaking to us saying, hello, Lady Iris Reed.
Hi.
And Demetria says, yay, I'm so excited. Good afternoon, ladies. Shirley Hill is on. Michaela Miller, thanks for watching. James McClinton. Uh-oh, I think you know that name, right?
That's my brother.
Yes, that's right. Thanks for watching, bro. We appreciate you. Saw him at the services on Saturday for Marlo Cribs.
Oh, yeah.
And let's see, Mia Ogburn, thanks for watching. Hello, Cheryl, my good friend from Alabama. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching on this afternoon. Let's see, Brandy McCord is here. Kamitra's Hunt. Kamitra's is actually the voice that you hear of that jingle.
Oh,
She
wow.
created and sang my jingle. I have a jingle.
Awesome.
I'm so excited.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I love the jingle. I heard it.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it kept ringing in my ear. So it's catchy. That's a good
Oh,
thing.
good. We did something good there, Kamitra's. Well, you did. We appreciate you. Thank you. Michelle Thomas, thank you for watching. And Kamitra said, yes, she is an excellent speaker. She's referring to you. So this is great. Cornelius Crosley, hey.
Hey, Cornelius.
My cousin, thanks for watching.
Cousin?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Dr. Crosley is my aunt.
Okay.
My mom's sister.
I never knew that.
Yes. We're going to do all kind of connections here today.
I'm sure.
Wanda Holmes, she said, that's my first lady.
That's my girl.
Is it?
Oh, yeah. I love Wanda Holmes.
Oh, that is so sweet. Well, thank you so much for watching and joining us on today. So if you please go ahead, like and share as you're hopping in here. Some of you may be hopping in on your breaks or whatever. So go ahead and share once you come in. We appreciate you. So we want to get started talking about this. Oh my goodness. Okay. You see to my to my right here, this beautiful, beautiful creation from Lady Iris Reed. So the name of your company is Lady I
Chatting Buds.
Lady I Chatting Buds. And this is so beautiful because I want you to tell my listeners how you really got started with this business. Because we're kind of, I mean, we talked about her acting and being in commercials and everything. So what I've been noticing on Facebook is this beautiful, she's a florist. And so she creates all these wonderful, beautiful creations of these flowers. And she came in today and she said, I have something for you. And I'm like, oh my God. I'm surprised I didn't cry because y'all know I'm a crybaby. And I'm looking on here and she has beautiful flowers. I don't know where it is on there. It has my face.
Mm-hmm. You want me to turn it?
Well, if you know, my face is on here. And then I think the name of the show is on here too. So I'm excited, guys. I feel special now. Okay, so yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? I see you, Dr. Hill. So why don't you tell us about Lady I Chatting Buds? How did you even get started with this? I know you mentioned about, your husband kind of helps you to be creative or whatever. Having a husband like him helps you to be creative. How long has this been in existence, your business?
This month, it'll actually be my 3rd year anniversary.
Wow.
And get this, I didn't know anything about flowers.
Are you serious?
And what's my name? Iris. A flower.
Yes.
I said, God, okay.
Oh.
You know the beginning and you know the middle and you know the end. I had no idea that one day I would do flowers. What actually happened was my daughter is she's 20 years old right now, but my daughter graduated high school at 15, graduated college at 19. So after she graduated, she was 15 and she wanted to live on campus. So the compromise was, you're going to have to, stay somewhere close so I can get to you because you're 15 and hormones get to acting up. And, I don't know. I want to be able to get close to you.
Right.
If you're hurt, I want to actually be able to get to you.
Yes.
But at the same time, she's like an old soul. So I knew that I could trust her and let her, be away.
Right.
So she stayed on campus and here I am, this empty nester, because I only have one child.
Okay.
So I've only birthed one, but
Right.
my husband had children, so
Okay.
I don't want to make it look like I'm just leaving my other children out. So let me just say I only birthed one.
Okay.
But so I had all this time on my hand. And so, I'm a first lady, and I'm sitting there. My husband, he's the leader. I don't try to step in his lane. I know my lane. I know my purpose. I know what I'm supposed to do. I support him. And whenever he needs me to do something, I'll do it. I'm there. But I'm going to tell you what I told the people at church on New Year's Eve. I said that I wanted this to be an Amazon year for you guys. And they kind of looked at me and like, Amazon? Why? Why Amazon? What do we know about Amazon? We know that Amazon is a fulfillment center.
Ooh.
And I wanted to be fulfilled. So although I was a first lady in doing what I did, I felt like something was missing because I'm somebody that has a lot of creativity, a lot of talents. And although it was fulfilling to an extent to do what I did because I love people, I'll do anything for them. But I just felt that there's more. You ever feel like sometimes there's just more you can do, especially since I didn't have my daughter anymore. I didn't have to go drop her off at this lesson, take her here and do that, so I have all this time. So I wasn't really being fulfilled. And I told the people at church, I said, an Amazon year I want each of you to have because it's a sense of fulfillment. And a lot of times we're in relationships, we're doing things, we're doing them, but we're just existing. We don't feel fulfilled. And I looked at Amazon, and Amazon, if you notice their logo, it's Amazon, and there's an arrow pointing from the A to the Z, letting you know that they can do everything. We could supply everything from A to Z. And that same arrow serves as a smile. So once you got everything you needed, we want you to be happy. So that's why that smile is there. And that's how I feel about God. God has everything that we need. And guess what? He left all these things for us to be fulfilled. He wants it because guess what? If we're happy and if we have a nice income, we can go share that with somebody else. We can go help somebody else. And that's what it's all about. You're blessed to be a blessing, not to hoard, not just to have everything for yourself. It's not he who dies with the most toys win. We've heard that.
Yes,
it's not about, yes, I like nice cars. I like nice things. Okay, but what happens after you get that? That's like if you go get a man and and he has money. I want a man to have money. Okay, you buy all that stuff. He pay all your bills off, but then you don't even like him. So then what do you have? A whole lot of stuff. Yes. And you got an unsaved man. So what happens when you're going through a tough time and you don't need money? You have a health issue or somebody just died. Where's my mate then? I need somebody who can help me fulfill my life, to help me be with God, to get stronger. I always say I need I need to have the ABCs. I need a man who can, how do I say it? Because I say it all. I need you to be able to add great attributions to my life. I need you to believe in me. I need you to see, complete me, compliment me. I need you to be those things in my life. And if I can't have a simple ABCs, then
right. Oh my goodness.
But and as a woman, I want to be someone who has something to offer. You know how sometimes women, we want the BMW, the black man working. We want the, 6 feet, and we got to have all of this and that. And I always say, well, what do you have to bring to the table?
What do you bring to the table?
Can you bring a chair? Because I'm like this. A good man wants a good woman.
That's right.
So all of that is important. So I really want to be all that, people look at the exterior, but I don't want to just be fluff. You know what I mean? I want to have some substance.
Yes,
I want to be able to have something to offer. So anyway, all of that, I was like this empty nester and I didn't feel fulfilled. So I wanted to do something else. And honestly, I just started thinking like, God, what could I do? What could I do? What could I do? And I started looking at different franchises because what I do is not, I didn't create the whole writing on it. That's a machine, that does that. Another company invented. But I did go to flower school because it's all about the presentation too. It's not just about stamping some photos and
Right.
on flowers. You have to know how to arrange and do stuff. So I wanted to go to class. I'm a perfectionist. Oh my gosh. Everything just has to be right. I'm kind of like an over the top person.
Okay.
You know, even in my business, I over deliver. You know, I'll never under deliver. And I'm the type, if you're not happy, baby, we're going to do a do over
Right.
because you have to be happy and I have to be happy. But I ended up going to school. Matter of fact, I went to one school and it's not cheap. It's like $2,500 for like 4 or 5 days. It was like a week. And so I wasn't happy just with that. And I took a class with a celebrity florist. What is his name? Can't even think of his name, but it'll come back to me. Like,
Okay.
oh, Michael Gaffney. That's what his name. Okay. So, and then I wasn't happy with that. Then I took another class. That's like another $2,000-3,000. So it's really expensive. And like the equipment that you have to use and all of that. And it's extremely time consuming. But you know, and I kept vacillating. I was back and forth. Should I spend this money? Should I not? Should I do it? Should I not? You know, because I have really good credit.
Okay.
And I didn't want to hit my husband up. Sometimes as a woman, you just need your own thing. I'm sorry.
That's right.
I wanted my own thing. So I pulled out the plastic and in 6 months, I want you to know I had my money back.
Wow.
What I invested 6 months. So it was definitely worth it. And I'm so pleased. And guess what? I now just placed an order for a new machine. So, which means now I'll be able to do faces and stuff in color.
Ooh.
I know. So I'm reinvesting in myself. Oh, that's the whole point I wanted to say. At some point, guys, you all have to believe in your talent, believe in who you are, believe in your capabilities. And of course, I'm meaning what God gave you. I'm not saying just you of yourself, you know, in case I get the deep wonder. No, it's not about you. You know, it's about you. It's about the gift that God has given you, the gift that God has entrusted you with. But so often we doubt ourselves.
Right.
You know, you're scared to make that initial investment. But if you don't put things in God's hands and let him multiply it, you know, how can you get a blessing from it? You have to give it to him. You have to let it go. You have to release,
Right.
you know, in order for it to come back to you.
Oh my
So I just
gosh.
want you guys to just believe in your gift, believe in who you are. Let me tell you something. God got me straight one day. I love to write. I'm going to tell you, I'm a good writer, and I'm going to say why I said I'm a good writer. I was talking to somebody one day.
Okay.
Because I can write a lot of poetry and stuff like that. And
Really?
People were like reading it. And I was like, you know, sometimes you have like this false sense of humility, because I'm going to tell you why I say that. Somebody complimented my writing, and many, many people have. And they said, oh, this is so good. This is good. So I'm sitting back like, yeah, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. And then one day in my ear, I could hear a voice say, you're telling people that I gave you this material, that I wrote this, that I gave you this to write, and it's just okay?
Ooh.
So see, if you're saying it's just okay, that's kind of like a false sense of humility. It's like you're secretly taking credit for it because you're saying, oh yeah, well, it's okay. It's okay.
Wow.
But if God has given you something, how can you say it's okay? No, it's amazing. Yes, these flowers are awesome. Yes, these creations are awesome. Because I'm going to tell you something. Sometimes, like that Starbucks thing I just did, I stepped back because
Right.
I was like, my God, you know, who can do this?
Right.
Who wouldn't serve a God like this?
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, I'm amazed like people are. A lot of times I'm taking flowers and I'm just sticking them somewhere. I promise you, I don't even go in with a plan. Sometimes I go in with a plan, but a lot of times I don't go in with a plan. All I go in with knowing is what the person like, what color, and I start getting ideas. And you know, where does this creativity come from? It comes from God. You ever listen to people who can really, really sing and they do these runs, or a musician he can play? You're like, man, how do they get it? It's because God is in them. He is working through them. We're just merely instruments. And I'm going to tell you, my flowers has caused me to minister to many, 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 many people. So whatever talent you have, use it unto the glory of God. And even if you look a certain way, just like people have beautiful eyes, God gave you that for a reason, because it makes people say, oh, your eyes are so pretty.
Right.
And then you take that and you shift it. You take it off of you and put it onto the Lord.
Oh my gosh.
And
Oh my
so
gosh.
I take whatever I had, even when I was in California. I was there for 5 years. That's how I did all of that acting and stuff. And what happened was my mother had a stroke, so I ended up coming home. And because I'm the oldest, but I had started auditioning with celebrities and everything. So I was really getting there. But obviously, God just had a different plan for my life. But I was there, and I'll never forget, one day I was in Days of Our Lives. I literally had people in the ladies' room praying for them. They called me church girl. I have literally had, Michael Clark Duncan, you remember him?
Yes.
He passed away.
Yes.
I bought him a Bible, got him coming to West Angeles, Bishop Blake's church, because I was a member there. Yes. Saray, I got her first agent when she was in California. She would tell you this. And I would invite her to church. I'm telling you, I was known as the church girl.
The church girl.
That's what they called me. So what's in you follows you. People's like, they're like, well, why would you go to Vegas, or why are you in California? What we have to realize, we have to get away from these four walls, and God can use you mightily in different avenues. Now, if you have an alcohol problem, I'm not going to say go to the bars, but just say you're strong like me, can't stand drinking, can't stand the smell of. Sometimes God might lead you to go there. I'm a non-conventional person.
Right.
I am like so non-traditional. And I'm telling you, God knows that he can use me in any way he wants.
Beautiful.
Anyway, I'm available to you, God. And so often we pray and we ask God to do this and do that and show us this. But without even knowing it, we do it with limitations. Just like, let's say, for an example, I want God to heal me. Well, I'm not going to the doctor. Well, guess what? Maybe God wanted to use you to go to that doctor to be an instrument to that doctor who may not even believe in God. So you can't pray and ask God to do something and then turn around and tell him how to do it. We don't need him to be God. Then why don't you just do it?
I love it. I love it. Angela said, when you started talking, she said she started teaching y'all. Let me go get the organ. She want to start playing. Now, somebody said earlier that you were a powerful speaker. Now, I've never heard you minister before. And as I'm sitting here, and I'm like, wow, she's power-packed. You are power-packed. This is beautiful. I love it, though.
I'm an illustrative speaker. I do a lot of illustrations in my speaking.
I love it. I love it.
They're memorable. The last time I just spoke at our church, what was it for? I don't even know, a couple of maybe 3 weeks ago. And I had a baby in my hand, and I was just saying, isn't it amazing how much we say we love Jesus, but we put him on a burner, and it's something we really want, we just like kind of drop him. So I had this baby in my hand. So every time it's like, we love Jesus, but if we want something better, our flesh wants, we just drop him. So I just took the baby, the little baby and the little carrot, and just dropped it, just kept dropping them. I started to slap Jesus. Because you know what? When we mess up, it's a slap in his face. We don't get it. But I tell you, I teach Bible class to the young adults on Tuesdays, and they brought that up just this Tuesday. So it's memorable. It makes people remember things. And why do we? And the illustration I had was we dropped Jesus, but then I had a lady come up that just had a baby. The baby was like 6 months old, and I was like, "Girl, I gotta wait for us to make money, and I got the police are in on it, and you don't have to worry about it, and we gonna make a couple of million, honey. You'll be able to pay this baby's college and anything else." And I said, "All you have to do." I said, "Because you're a Christian, right?" She's like, yeah. I said, "It's a little illegal, but I got backup." I said, "All I need you to do is drop your baby." So she looked at me and was like, "Oh, no, I can't drop my baby." Why can't you drop your baby? Because you have too much invested. Yes. You can't drop your baby because you love them. You can't drop your baby because you love them so much and you want to see their future in this relationship. How come we don't look at God like that? How come it's so easy to just drop him, but we're not going to drop our child? So why do we treat people? We're not going to cuss at our pastor. Why do we treat people better than we treat God?
Ooh, that's deep. Whoa, I didn't hear. She's showing me a whole lot today. Didn't expect this. Let me read some of these comments. Janetta, thanks for watching. I see you on. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they are really enjoying you. D'Amica Brown, thank you for watching. She says, Angela says, say that substance on the inside. Yes, I agree. Now, Demetria, I talked about you being or you talked about yourself being a perfectionist. Demetria saying 2 perfectionists on the show today.
Uh-oh.
So we won't even pay attention to what she said. Angelic Stewart, thanks for watching.
Angelique Stewart.
Angelique,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I spoke at her conference. Oh my goodness,
yeah.
she is phenomenal.
Okay,
She
now, I
really
haven't heard.
is.
I think I heard her on Elder McGee's show. He has a show here on Saturdays at 12 noon. So I heard her talk on that show, and I think we became friends after that on Facebook. But wonderful.
And she has another. I think she does it yearly. So I think again in September she's going to have another conference.
Okay.
Yeah, she had like 5 really good speakers, but it was really good.
Awesome.
And she is
I did see that.
She's super
promo.
creative.
Okay, wonderful.
She has like the potato chips with the name and all her advertisement. Oh, she's somebody to know.
People are visual. They are visual, and that's how they learn. That's how they retain.
Yes.
So I can understand how you would use illustrations, what have you when you minister. That's beautiful. That's a good thing to do. Brandy says here, invest in your craft. It will come back tenfold. Mo Barnes, thanks for watching. How are you? We appreciate you. But yeah, this is good. The way you started off talking about, encouraging us to, with our gifts and everything, and to really take hold or take heed to that, and not really doubt. And I love how you talked about, what God gave you. Why would you just say it's okay?
Right.
And that's you open up my eyes on that one. That's a good way to look at it. But you know what? I those who know me, when I'm greeting individuals, whether it's a text message or a phone call, I now say, and I started this probably within the past year, I say great morning. And the reason why I say that is only because, God is the only one that's good.
Right.
Just like the scripture says. And I came across that scripture again this morning when I was doing my devotion. But there was an apostle who brought that out. And he said, you know what? We always say this is good, that's good, that's good, that's good. He said, but there's only one that's good. Oh, yes. That's God.
Yes.
So I don't say good morning anymore. I don't say good afternoon. I say great, afternoon or whatever.
Yes.
But so that, that reminded me of that. Okay, let's see. Let's make sure we're not missing any comments here. Elder Kevin McGee is on. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. And a little bit later, we're going to have a spoken word that he actually wrote for today's topic.
Awesome.
Yeah. So he says on here, he's raising an offering.
Bring it on.
Right. Bring it on. Okay, so let's see. Heather Cook, thank you for watching. Beautiful young woman of God in Atlanta. Has a book out called Mended Wings. As a matter of fact, I had her on my show. Okay. So yeah, this is wonderful. Kamisha said, yes, I heard you at Evangelist Angelique's conference.
Yes.
Off the chain. So that's where she got it from. Real Housewives of the Kingdom. That's what it was
Real
called.
Housewives of the Kingdom.
Okay. All right. Great. Okay. Let's do this. Let's take a quick break. And let's see. Maybe we can just play just a little bit of music. We'll come back for the rest of Mind, Body, and Soul. We can play the spoken word at the next. Okay. So we'll take a quick break here. Mind, Body, and Soul with the Net right here on Intellectual Radio.
God beside thee, and we stand here and reverence your name.
For you are worthy to be lifted up. Please receive our sincere worship, for you are the mighty God we serve. All the earth will plan. The mighty God we serve. We serve a mighty God, mighty God. Let the angels bow down. Let heaven and earth adore him, yeah. God we serve. What a mighty God we serve.
The creator of all things, there is no other God beside thee, and we stand here in reverence to your name.
For you are worthy to be lifted up. Please receive.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. This is Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. We are here on Intellectual Radio. It is Wednesday afternoon, and we're here for another session. And I am joined this afternoon by a beautiful woman of God. We have been enjoying her thus far. If you are just now tuned in, you've missed quite a bit. But I do thank you for joining us on this afternoon. I see you, Yolanda. Thanks for watching.
That's your sound.
Yes, definitely. I tell you, that woman can sing. Lord have mercy.
Lord have
Ooh,
mercy. She has
on.
encouraged and inspired me a many days.
Oh, I'm so sure. So sure. Look, when it comes around to her birthday on Facebook, I asked her, can she sing to herself?
I know that's right. Because we want Tim to do it.
Right. Exactly. Okay, Pastor McClinton says, Annette, love your show. Two fabulous sisters doing great things. Well, praise God. Thank God. Okay, so let's see here. Let's get back into it because I know we initially asked how you got started. It's been 3 years. February, right?
Yes.
Okay, and this and the reason why I think I probably had that look on my face when you said 3 years, it would seem to me as if you've been doing it like 23 years or so.
Say that.
Oh my God. But then and as you continued on talking, that passion came out that I was talking about in the beginning. And I'm like, okay, so this is why it seems like she's been doing it for so long. But now, okay, you said you wanted something to do because you were basically empty nester. The baby girl was gone off to college and everything. But why flowers though? Because you said that you never really did that, before, and then you went and took the classes and all of that.
Right.
But how did flowers come up even as you were praying about what to do?
I don't think it was so much flowers. It was the fact that you could actually put writing or face on flowers. It was something so different and unique. And I'm all about being different and unique. And it was intriguing to me. Okay. So I'm like, this is a greeting card on a flower.
On a flower.
You know? And I'm like, that's something different. I'm always looking for something different.
Yeah.
Because people like stuff that's different. They do. And you know what else? People love personalized things. So
yes. And if they see their face on something or their name, they feel very special. Just like I felt special when you came in with this today. So yeah, when you kind of, that tickles their intellect there.
Right.
They're like, yeah.
So that's what did it for me.
Okay.
And then, if God has something for you, he just lines it up. And he just gave me the ability to be able to arrange and just do things.
Wow.
And just appreciate him so much.
I'm sure you do. And those who have been blessed to receive your arrangements, I know that they appreciate it as well.
Oh my goodness, the responses, the reactions, they're just, I can't tell you how many times people have cried, or this has made their day, or this has really encouraged them. And like I said, I'm creative, and I just like how God I think he's showing us that he can use anything, just like he used the donkey in the Bible, just like he used all these like so-called little weird, crazy things. But I just love, so that's a God can use us, weird, crazy people.
Right.
Anything he can use.
Anything he can use.
Anything.
Yes, definitely. Now, let me ask you. Okay, now, the basis of Mind, Body, and Soul, how I believe the Lord gave me this show is to actually bring in the two aspects of psychology and spiritual aspects of everyday life. With that in mind, what do you think in terms of your business? How is it? Because obviously it ministers to people. Dealing with the psyche. What would you say that Lady Eye Chatting Buds does for the psyche? What how do you, and like I said, I know you have encountered so many individuals. You've blessed so many, with your business and arrangements and everything. You probably have some stories or something to tell that probably help, because this, I mean, looking at this, and I know you guys, as you're looking at this beautiful arrangement, this brings life.
Mm-hmm.
And it brings a smile to your face.
Yes.
What would you say it does for the psyche?
It does all those things you just mentioned. What comes to mind right now is I go to Kennecott oftentimes, 452 North Lake Street. It's a wholesale florist, and I go there and I get my flowers. But every time I drive, on my way there, I pass by this women's treatment center. And, I would look and I would see the ladies standing outside, or maybe some of them are smoking. Maybe they're just standing there, and some of them look like they're just having a hard time.
Okay.
So one day I said, you know what? I'm going to go in there. No, I said, I'm going to call them and see how I can get some flowers to them. And don't you know, I called them. What was the lady's name? Iris, who answered the phone.
No.
I was like, no way. So I said, you know what? For no apparent reason, no occasion, I just want to stop by the treatment center. Is it okay? And I want to bring some flowers. And I took like 7 different floral arrangements, because they had 7 different centers. Not centers, one center, but different rooms that they would go in, and they would have their meetings and stuff like that. So I was like, I'm going to make one for every room. And I had encouraging sayings on there. You can make it. You can do this. And I asked them, like, what's some of the things that they say? And I think one of the sayings was, keep coming back. So I put all those messages throughout the flowers. And I want you to know that they were so encouraged. They were so inspired. And you can, although I couldn't go back where they were, that some of them were walking out front, and they were like, oh, pretty flowers. Who are they for? I'm like, they're for you. They're for you guys. Oh. And you cannot imagine how that made them feel. It's like, nobody cares about us like this. Nobody cares about us. So they was just touched, beyond belief.
Yeah.
And, and somebody called me and saw that post. And trust me, I do a whole lot of stuff for a whole lot of people that I don't post, because I don't want people to think, oh, she's just posting to get attention, or she's just doing that because, you hear that too.
Right.
But sometimes people don't necessarily need to know you doing all that you do, but at the same time, see that you do give back, that you do share what you have, because sometimes that inspires other people. Because when I did that post, a lady, Dr. Jean King. Okay. She First Lady King. Well, she's the I don't know if she's co-pastor, but First Lady King. Pastor Carl King's wife.
Oh, right.
Okay.
Okay.
Dr. King.
Okay, right.
I can't think of her.
I can't think of the first name either, but I know who you're referring to.
Well, anyway, she was in the midst of writing a book.
Okay.
And she said, I saw that. She said, you mind if I put that in my book? And I'm like, no, I don't mind at all. She said it really touched her. I'm like, okay, because I guess there's some segment in her book where she's talking about giving back or something. I'm not sure. I don't remember.
Okay.
But she asked my permission. And you will not believe, on my way here, I got a phone call for the ladies that I did the 7 arrangements for. One of the ladies that works there says she wants to give an arrangement to her boss. So she wants to buy an arrangement. So it's like, you're giving out of the goodness of your heart, but God opens doors because he sees your heart.
Wow.
And like I said earlier, you have to give in order to receive. You don't do it to receive. You might as well just go play the lottery if you want to do that. But you give because it's from your heart, and that's what God wants you to do. And I promise you, you can't outgive God. You can't beat his giving. No matter how hard you try.
Definitely.
The more you give, the more he gives to you.
That's right.
Because he can trust you, so he's going to keep it flowing.
Right.
Because I got somebody else I need to bless. And as long as you don't try to take the credit, the glory, God will make sure that he has a flow that's going to keep coming your way, whether it's a flow of flowers, a flow of money, a flow of something.
Right.
Because what? God wants to get the glory out of your life. This life is not for me. I think sometimes we get that confused, that we think we're supposed to have the best of everything. We think we're not supposed to suffer. I'm God's kid. I'm the king's kid. Hey, If Jesus Christ himself suffered, who are you? He said we have to suffer with him. We're going to reign with him, but we're going to suffer
That's
with him
right.
too. But it's like we don't want
All
to go
included.
through that part. We just want all the goodness. But I tell you, I've been through some stuff. This isn't just a result of my great life. I'm just so great. Trust me, I have lost a whole lot of stuff. And I couldn't understand why God was doing it. But down the line, I totally understood why he was doing it. Just one example I give you real quick, because, you know, I'm all about inspiring. I prayed and prayed and prayed for this house that I wanted. Fasted the whole bit. Marched around the like marching around the wall.
Did you do
Baby,
around
I
the wall?
did. Okay, I ain't playing. I did. I marched around that house, baby, and got the house, girl. But then we were there probably maybe 5 years, I say. Then long story short, this is my husband before Pastor Reed, my daughter's father.
Okay.
We were married 12 years and we got the house. We just shouting, rejoicing and fed people and did a whole lot. My husband ended up dying. He lost his job, had a real good paying job, honey. He was a marketing and advertising exec. And what happened was he got laid off. He died from a stroke. So he had high blood pressure. And what was happening was he was so stressed out from not having that job, not having, you know, because we had this lifestyle, honey. It was a lifestyle.
Right. And you had to keep up with it.
So, you know, it wasn't there anymore. Long story short. So he ended up having high blood pressure. And I can't say that's the thing that took him out, but that's the thing I'm sure that just really, really, really was a great contribution to him dying, because he was just always stressed, you know. So I'm just saying, so I ended up losing that house, and I'm telling you, had to downsize and go live in an apartment. But let me tell you something. It didn't, what I live, what I have and didn't have, it didn't bother me from praising God one bit. Matter of fact, we buried him on Saturday or something. I think I was at church on Sunday because I need to go where my strength is.
That's right.
You know, why is it that people, when they go through tough times, they want to do everything but go to church? They're like, oh, God did this. I don't want to go to church no more. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. I need God. So I got to be with. If I'm doing this bad with God, I sure can't afford to be without.
That's
okay.
Right.
How about that? So I'm at the house. So I lose my house. So I'm like, well, God, we prayed, we fasted. Why did you give me this house just to take it away, for me to lose it? But honey, I want you to know, after we moved out of that house, probably 8 months later, a tree in the backyard fell onto the house. Now, mind you, I was a stay-at-home mom. That's why my child was pretty smart, because I was at home teaching her. I was a stay-at-home mom. I had stopped modeling. I stopped everything. Do you know I could have been in that house? So sometimes God takes things and let you go through tough situations, not just to teach you a lesson, but maybe it's to save your life. So I dare you to trust God even in the craziest time, when it seems like you shouldn't be going through certain things, because you're not God. You don't know the answers. You can't see what's down the road. I dare you to just trust him and let him do his thing, honey, because the flip side of this thing is awesome.
Ooh, they are throwing up these hearts. They are loving you today. Oh my goodness.
And you know what? And I don't mind telling and what I've been through. A lot of times people want you to make you believe that they've been on the top all the time. Now, I was born into a family. My mother and father had a lot. They had great businesses. Matter of fact, my father's a barber. He used to cut Michael Jordan's hair, Scottie Pippen's hair. That's how I got a chance to do flowers for Larsa Pippen, because I know Scottie. We know these people, and I know a lot of people, but and we were good. But sometimes, you know, it's not good to just have everything all the time, because it doesn't make you appreciate. What is the saying? You can't appreciate the sunshine without the rain. You know,
right.
It makes you have a greater appreciation, a greater affinity when you've gone through something, when you've lost something. It's the difference of two people singing. You can hear two people singing the same song, and their vocal ability could be the exact same quality, but I dare one of them have been through something. You're gonna feel the difference. I'm glad I went through what I went through.
Yes.
And that's why I'm humble today. Just like I said on my bio, even at Reed's Temple, I'll tell you, yes, I'm the first lady. I'll wear hats every now and then. I'll sit on the front row and look cute if that's what you want me to do. But at the same time, behind the scenes, see, you don't see. I'm not one of them prissy first ladies. Matter of fact, I was at a bounty Abounding Life one Sunday, and the lady was like the usher. And I said, you know, my husband is preaching, but I don't have to sit up front. And she was like, oh, you're just such a breath of fresh air. She said, I had a first lady in here last week, and she told me if I can't find her a seat up front, that she's leaving. Sweetie, God is everywhere. He in the front, he in the middle, he's in the back. And let me tell you, in church, a young lady came up to me. I'm not too good. A young lady came up to me. She says, First Lady, it doesn't look good in this bathroom. Now, I have my own private bathroom, mind you, in my office. And she said, it doesn't look good. So I was like, what's wrong? Because I even though I have my own bathroom, I make periodic checks in the ladies' regular bathroom because I want them to be happy too.
That's right.
So this girl, well, I guess she was like early 20s. She's like, First Lady, the janitor, they're not doing their job. And it was something on the wall. I'm not going to even say what it was.
Okay.
Oh, it was on the wall. So my first instinct was to, let me go call the janitor and get it. So I'm like, well, why would I go through that? I can just clean it myself. So I went and got some paper towels. I got some water and I cleaned that mess off of the wall. Do you hear me? Why? Because I care about my sister. I don't want her to be in that bathroom and it's smelly or something isn't right. If there was a first lady's heaven and I was going to get some special privileges, or maybe I can accept all this greatness. But let me tell you something. We all trying to make it in. We all trying to get to
That's
the same heaven. Ain't going to be no titles. Forget all that
That's
stuff.
right.
You know? So I'm telling you, I would do whatever it takes to please God and to help my sister or my brother. Because like I said, I don't want to be lost. I tell my daughter all the time, I said, the worst injustice that you can ever do to me, the worst heartache, it won't be you got pregnant out of wedlock or you did this or you did that. The worst thing you could ever do to me is allow me to get to heaven and I don't see you there.
Oh, my.
And you know, I just make you think. I
Okay.
make her think. I don't want all that we do, all that we've accomplished. I don't care how smart she is. I don't care how a person may look or their talents or their abilities. If I'm gonna die and go to hell for it, what's the
It's all for
point?
naught.
What does it profit to gain the whole world and lose your soul?
Yeah.
So if I never get the millions, I got something on the flip side. I'm telling you, the retirement plan on that other end is out of this world. Hello.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. Oh, let's see. Dimitri says here, your arrangements are ministry using nature. I like that.
Yes.
Nice analogy. Hey, my sister Gwen is on. Thanks for watching. Elder McGee says you did an arrangement for his grandfather, Bishop Hagler.
Oh, yes.
Okay, for the
I
funeral-
enjoyed
the
that one.
funeral
It's a
services.
big Bible. Yeah, and it had Bishop
Okay.
Hagler. I think somebody wrote in the comments that I remember this, that my grandpa had his own name on his own flowers. Like, I love it.
That's
Yes,
beautiful.
yes,
And those are
yes.
good memories. That'll help the family to get through.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, it definitely, because I asked you about the psychic, because it definitely helps individuals to get through, whatever they're dealing with. And I love the example you gave about the mission place or whatever where you had given the arrangements to.
The Women's Treatment Center.
The treatment center. That's beautiful. And they're going to remember that for sure. Like you said, you already got a phone call to go back.
Yes, for
Wow.
Valentine's Day, she wants to give her boss an arrangement.
Oh my goodness. Now I want to ask you guys that are on here watching, if any of you, and thank you, Elder McGee, for sharing that you have been blessed by Lady Iris and Lady I Chatting Buds. If there are any that are on here that have received any arrangements from her business, directly from Lady Iris, I want you to kind of chime in, or you could even call in. It doesn't matter to me, but I want to know who's on here that has been blessed. I was going to say affected. Who's been blessed to receive arrangements or to benefit from the beautiful services that the Lord has blessed her to do. Demetrius Charleston, thanks for watching. Demetri Brand Triplet says, I'm pulling up. She's pulling up her organ stool. Did you see that? Yeah. Since Angela had to go back to work. Okay. And they're saying you're preaching. But but this is good because, again, this is showing, this ministry spouse here. And, basically, she's a fireball. I didn't know she had all this wrapped up in there. I really didn't. I told her on the break, I had to get myself together here. I'm like, you kind of threw me off
Funny.
my kilter. But but no, this again, this is good stuff. I actually pulled up an article that talks about flowers or the psychology behind flowers.
Mhm.
And a few of them, few of the points that are in here, what it says here, why we enjoy giving and receiving flowers. One point it says here, flowers create happiness.
Yes.
Receiving flowers, whether you bought them for yourself or they were sent from another person, can give you immediate boost of happiness.
Yes.
I remember when I was still single, and I wanted flowers.
Mm.
So I remember reading, I forgot who it was, individual, some book I was reading. They were like, go out and treat yourself.
Of course.
So I would go out and I would buy myself flowers.
People always say they can do bad by themselves.
That's
Baby,
right.
you can do good by
That's
yourself.
right.
I don't agree with that bad. You can do good.
Right,
Hey, and
right.
anything that inspires you to make you feel better,
Yes.
makes you a better person. So you'll just, that energy will follow you.
Okay, definitely. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, and so flowers also boost creativity,
Mm-hmm.
reduces stress and
Mhm.
anxiety. It's a color therapy
Yes.
and aromatherapy.
Mm-hmm.
And also, these are very great points in this article here. So I'm always kind of referring to things with psychology.
And it's
So
healing.
yeah, it definitely is
Mhm.
healing for sure. Okay, let's see here. I think what I'm going to do right now, actually want to take a quick break. I need to check on something to make sure everything is okay. I'm just going to take a quick break. Give me a little bit of music, and then we'll come back for more of Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette on Intellectual Radio.
Top of the mountain, he lifted his hands. When he lifted his hands on the mountain, the people won the battle down in the valley. Great things happen.
Great things happen
When shepherds worship.
when shepherds worship.
Yeah, miracles.
Miracles happen, yeah. When shepherds pray, you need to know. Great things happen
When shepherds worship.
when shepherds worship.
And victory happens when our hands
When our hands are raised. When our hands are raised.
We are the men of God, and worship is what we do.
We love to praise
We
Him.
must go to that place before we can leave you. So let us
Worship Him in spirit. Worship Him in truth.
for all that He's already done and everything He will do, because
When shepherds worship,
the miracles
miracles happen.
when shepherds praise.
When shepherds pray,
Everybody needs to know
great things happen.
when shepherds worship.
When shepherds worship,
Victory happens when our hands
are raised.
Nehemiah 8:6 says that Ezra praised the Lord, the great God, and all the people shouted, Amen, as they lifted their hands. Then they bowed down with their faces to the ground and they worshiped the Lord. I want everybody under the sound of my voice right now to help us say, we give you praise. All of our days is to you. That our hands are raised. Hallelujah. We give you praise, God. We give you glory for who you are. Come on, help us say it tonight. We give you praise. All of our days is to you. That our hands are raised. We lift our hands in worship. We lift our hands in praise, and we give you glory. We give you praise. All of our days, it is to you. Our hands are raised. When we think of all you've done, when we think of your goodness, we lift our hands in praise. We lift our hands and we worship you. We lift our hands in praise. We praise yeah. When His glory comes down in the cloud to rest in the room. And what will you say, yeah, when the atmosphere shifts and the yokes are destroyed off of you? Then what will you say, my God, I will, when the pain suddenly leaves and now you can live in love again? And what will you say when all the tears turn into joy and all the doubts become amen? And everybody say, I'm so glad you came to rescue me.
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 Oh Lord, I'm so glad you came to rescue me.
I'm so glad you came to rescue me.
I'm so glad you came to rescue me.
I'm so glad.
And what will you say when the lame begins to walk, all because you chose to lay your hand? And what will you say, yeah, when the blind begins to see and the deaf begins to hear again? Come on, y'all. And what will you say, my God, will, when your home was gone closed because they just would not extend? But then the Lord, He moved the heart of man, and now you're home.
All right. Welcome back. Welcome back. And so with Annette, we are here on Intellectual Radio, and we actually have a new Facebook Live feed going, a second live feed. So we're on my page, Annette, known as Annette, and we're still on YouTube and IntellectualRadio.com, the station's website. I have just been enjoying today's topic. My guest she's coming here full blazing and, just just showing us what God has given her. And I'm just so elated. I really am. And I don't want you guys, those of you that are just joining me, I know might be rubbing it in a little bit, but I don't want you to miss anything. So go ahead and share this live feed so that everybody else can get this second live feed. So we were talking about, before we left, about the psychology of flowers. And I don't know if many of you on the live or YouTube heard when I was giving you, according to that article that I received, that, flowers bring happiness and there's an aromatherapy with it. There's so many things that it shows us that, can bring, to people. And Lady Iris is actually, she's encapsulating all of it. She's hitting the mark with what she does. And she mentioned about how when she got started, it was the art of, actually, it was like a greeting card on flowers. That's how she described it, which is a very good description of what she does here. So, and I had asked before we left for that last break, if you could let me know if you've been blessed to receive arrangements by Lady I Chatting Buds. If you have, kind of share it with us if you would not mind. Go ahead and type it in the live feed. And, then let us know. Or you can call in 708-223-8953. Again, 708-223-8953. I just want to hear if you've been blessed by it. And, she loves to hear people, remember her work and everything. Let's see here. I see you guys coming back in. So thank you so much. Please go ahead and share. Dr. Krista Williams, I see you on. Thanks for watching. Deanna Adams and Buddy Gill are watching as well. I see a lot of first jurisdiction on here on this afternoon. So thank you all so much for joining us. Lady Iris is, I'm telling you, you went up a few notches in my eyes on today. I just want you to know that.
Thanks.
I've looked at you from afar and I'm like, oh, she's so beautiful. She's just so, but I didn't know you had all of this to you. I mean, there's another side, which is what this segment is about.
Yeah.
There, and I put on a few of the promos, there's more,
Yes.
to you than meets the eye.
Yes.
you know, and number one, I didn't know you were such a powerful speaker because you are. But then, you know, I can also hear, even when you're talking, you know, about doing your business and your arrangements and how you have a heart for people.
Yes, I do.
I hear it and I feel it. And for you to walk past that treatment center or drive past it, however you were going past it, and your heart just went out to the individuals, and you didn't just take one arrangement in there, you took 7. And I'm sure that brought such a joy to individuals. So now tell me about, you know, so when you got started, tell me about like your customers. How did you, you know, because I know sometimes when you're starting your new business or whatever, you kind of have to get a good base. How did you go about attaining that? Did you like do advertising on your own? Was it more word of mouth? How did you like really kind of get started with getting it out there? I'm here, guys. I can do this for you. What were you?
Actually, I feel that being a pastor's wife, it kind of gave me a built-in audience. Why? Because in church, you have weddings. In the church, you have funerals. You have Mother's Day. You have special occasions. You have all kinds of things. So it's like only form of advertisement I have, even to this day, is Facebook, Instagram. That's it. And word of mouth. I don't even have a website, you know, so it's just that, you know what, if you have something and if something is great, if it's something good, if it's something that people like, you really don't have to advertise because they will advertise for you. It's very, very, very important. But yeah, that's it. But I kind of went in with having a built-in audience. So God just gave me a little hookup on that.
And that's good. I mean, so now what did you do? Okay, you just walked up to, you know, you found out somebody was having a wedding. Did you say something to them,
actually,
or people kind of?
What happened initially? I'm trying to think. Oh, I know. I remember. It was Valentine's Day. And so I went to my husband, you know, because I went to the pastor of the church, you know, since I kind of know him a little bit, you know.
Just a little bit.
So I went to him. I said, honey, I have this idea. I said, because remember, I started in February. So I had to like start thinking, now, how am I going to get this word out? So what I did was, for Valentine's Day, we gave all the ladies a rose, and it had either Reese Temple's church name, the logo, or either a picture of us on there. And we were just letting them know that we love them. And that was like the initial kickoff.
Was it?
That's what started everything.
And that was 3 years ago in February.
Yes.
That was very creative.
Yes.
That was very creative. So they obviously, somebody was like, okay, I'm gonna, you know.
Oh yeah. So then I started posting things, and, you know, I know a lot of people too. So, you know, I was like, well, you know, I'm doing flowers now. And then people, they see, you know, like I said, if it's something unique enough, they will seek you out. They will find you.
Because you're right. People do want different stuff.
Oh yeah. I'm telling you, that it's the perfect example of your gift will make room for you. I'm telling you, God just, and that's another thing about these flowers. When I tell you it has opened doors and gotten me into places. Oh, come on. I mean, just the other day, I'm down in the Starbucks. I mean, I'm downtown, you know, presenting to them, and we're talking. It could be
you were presenting to Starbucks?
Yeah. You didn't see that on my post? Yeah.
No.
I created this thing. It almost looks like a coffee machine. I have a cup floating in the air. And it has coffee beans spilling down out of it in the vase. And I just happened to have a bag of Kenya coffee beans from Starbucks. You know, my husband had it. So I was like, honey, can I use these coffee beans? He's like, girl, what you doing now? So I made this and I presented it to Starbucks. It was a Black Partners Network meeting. And I made it for them. Oh my God. I'm telling you. It's just amazing.
You see me? I'm sitting here like, what?
I did something for Tyrone Studemeyer. Did you see the Incredibles? The arrangement I did with the, you know, the cartoons, the Incredibles?
Yes.
That got like
one of my favorite movies.
Over 2,000 something views. But Tyrone Studemeyer, wanted to honor his assistant, you know, with some flowers. And it was at the Hyatt. And I cannot tell you that has opened so many other doors for me.
Amazing.
So, I know. I keep saying it. Your gift will make room for you. You don't have to go beat doors down. I mean, you have to put yourself out there, but you know what I'm saying? You don't have to step over people. You don't have to knock them down. You don't have to treat anybody bad, or you have to act like you're so much better than somebody else. Just do you. Represent Christ and don't mess up your big chance.
That's right. Oh, I love it.
Doors are opening. I'm telling you.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I'm sorry. Let me read this comment first. Michelle says, I have not been blessed to receive an arrangement by her from anyone, but I will soon because I'm going to order some for myself. All right, yeah, that's one of my good friends, Michelle, and she will contact you.
And I've given away, like, what was it? On my birthday. My birthday is 10/11/61. So I went down my Facebook page of likes that day. The 10th person, the 11th person, the 19th person, and the 61st person. I gave them all a free arrangement.
Wow.
So
okay,
I'm a giver.
She's a giver. Oh my goodness. Michelle says, "Oh my God, I love her."
I love you too, Michelle. Look.
Anthony Moore, thanks for watching on this afternoon. Let's see. Okay, so we were talking about arrangements, and I think what I wanted to ask you, why, as you were talking, what is like your most exotic arrangement that you've made, or something that maybe not exotic, or something that has been very impactful, something you maybe outdid yourself on?
I think that Starbucks thing I just did. You need to see that.
Okay.
So I think that I even stepped back and was like, whoa. Really? It's because of the vase. And what it was is I just used all Starbucks material. I literally went into Starbucks and just bought up their stuff, because now I can do edible stuff. I can print on, I have edible ink that I could print on food as well. So I took the lollipops from Starbucks, went in and bought them and opened them up and just put their logo on there. And I put, what else? Oh, I had their potato chips in the arrangement. I had their cup floating on the top. I didn't know they had like notebooks and pencils. I have all of those things. Wow. Throughout the arrangement. But then there's just this vase that comes down. It's a vase, and inside the vase, like I said, it's like I have the coffee beans in the container, and then I have like this dish, like coffee beans are spilling down into the vase.
Sounds very, very nice.
You know what? I think of my flowers as my arrangements as art. I can say that. I look at it like art, because that's how I want it to be, like a work of art.
And that's kind of what I was thinking. I mean, it's like you just kind of, like you said, you go in maybe like with the colors they want, and then you get all these thoughts, the Lord gives you what to do. Yeah, that is definitely art. And I did
something like we all know that Jose Sanders was sick,
Yes.
So I did an arrangement for him. And he in turn posted it. So that gave me more clients. That gave me more exposure. When I posted for Jose, because just imagine, like, you see how they treat TVs and stuff when they deliver and they just drop them. Imagine how an arrangement would look. It's actually like when you order from Teleflora and all those places. Let's just say you're in Atlanta and you're ordering an arrangement to come to Chicago. They're not making that in Atlanta. They're making it in Chicago, and they're delivering it to you. And even sometimes the local deliveries, they get messed up. And I am so icky picky, like meticulous. My husband's like, no, I am not helping you because I cannot work for you because you are too picky. I'm like, no, don't hold it like that.
Has he ever helped you?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, the day you saw me at Lori's mother's funeral, he had delivered that arrangement for me.
Did he?
But then I got there and the rhinestone part was like all wrinkled. So I'm walking up there straightening.
So you went in there straightening it out.
I did.
I bet you did.
But I'm grateful and humbled that my husband, even though he's like this superintendent pastor, because these titles would make us, he will still help me, when need be. But I have people at church, that they'll help me. Oh, we'll help you deliver. And that's just a little extra income for them, because I'm going to look out for who looks out for me. I look out for who doesn't look out for me. So I'm going to look out.
Let me stop. But yeah, we'll talk about that. Okay, we'll talk about that. Because I'm actually serious.
So, but that's why I don't really ship. But if I have like, maybe I could ship stems of flowers. in a box that won't get messed up because it's not an arrangement.
It's right.
So,
not something necessarily that's arranged like this,
I wouldn't
but maybe
do that.
individual.
But yeah, if I would probably do that. But then even at that would need to be shipped next day, so it can get costly.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sure. So it have to be overnight.
Yeah.
So it's not like, so I mean, but the Lord is blessing. He's opened up doors. You don't have your different shops around in different states yet.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? That's funny because people ask me, I do all of this stuff out of my house. I have like this really big basement, but I can go and get a salon. I'm not strapped like that. I said a salon. Lord have mercy. A floral shop. I can go get that. But the beauty in what I do, to me, is I can take my time and arrange beautiful, exotic pieces, interesting pieces. And I don't want it to be like work. I don't want to go to work every day from 9 and I don't want to be married to my flowers.
Okay.
And I like the uniqueness of it, because if I'm doing big, great things, that require a lot of time, I wouldn't be able to really pay attention to the other customers, or vice versa. I'd be doing customers every day, but then I wouldn't be able to do the special things. What I think what makes Lady I Chatting Buzz so special is the pieces. They're just unique. They're one of a kind. I was about to say they're kind of like, no, they are one of a kind.
They're one of a kind.
You don't go anywhere and get anything that looks like this. So I like the uniqueness of it. I like that I don't want it to turn into a job. I'll be 58 this year, so I'm not trying to go to work every day.
Right. I know.
So you put
your time in already. Ain't no sense putting it.
So but when I have big events and I have to do like 6,000 of this or 3,000, I can do it. Because I'm not working every single day.
Okay.
I like it like this.
So with you doing, okay, so now obviously, like you said, people kind of help you out, but they're helping you out with delivering. You're actually doing the arrangements yourself.
Oh, I'm down there in that basement, honey. Yes.
Okay.
I am getting dirties. Usually I'm at church on Sunday mornings because I work a lot on the weekends. I have ink all down in my fingernail. You can look at it now, see a little bit. I'm a hands-on kind of person.
Okay.
I never think the people, I'm up here and the people are down there.
Right.
No. Because guess what? If I don't have any clients, I don't have a business.
And that's what I say.
And I don't treat my celebrity clients any better than I treat my non-celebrity clients.
Okay.
And I've done quite a few celebrities, but everybody is celebrity to me, because guess what? Those celebrities, most of the time, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but most of the time they're not even paying for the stuff.
Wow.
Because somebody like, I'll just say like a Kim Burrell, Justin Dortch, he wanted flowers for her, so so these celebrities aren't really paying for these things. So why am I gonna treat them better than the ones who keeping me in business? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
I think we get caught up with that too. You make these super natural people way up here, these super celebrities.
Right. Yeah.
I need the everyday people, because
everyday
that's
people
what keeps me in business.
I love it. You cater to your locals, those that are around you. That's beautiful. Demetria, so hopefully she answered your question about the shipping. But
I'll drive anywhere I can drive.
What's the longest you've ever driven? Excuse me.
Milwaukee. Somebody paid me a lot of money. Yeah.
Really? Take something to Milwaukee.
And I have shipped a small vase to Mississippi, but it was overnighted, and I think it was like $80-something.
Okay.
But the lady really wanted it, so I'm like, okay. Yep.
All right.
So
there
it's costly.
Yes. Okay. There's also another comment here. Your humility is showing even as you talk about the blessings God is pouring out over your life.
I'm nothing without God. I know
beautiful.
it. And probably I have been judged my entire life. Before weave was even out, I had hair almost like to my butt, if I could say that. I found out I did the Ancestry.com. I am like 28% Irish. Look, I'm part Irish. My name is Iris, but that's funny. But I don't know. I fought many years with people. Oh, you think she's something. Oh, she thinks she's that. But I'm never that person. And I just got so sick of people judging me. It's like,
without even knowing you.
Oh my God. I mean, even as an adult, And I'm like, come on, did we like learn anything? I'm like, why are we still doing high school and we are this old?
Right.
Okay. But it's like, oh yeah, I could tell she stuck up and she, the whole light skin, long hair. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh. I was like,
They
so
just
over
jealous.
it. They just don't
They
get
just
it.
jealous.
And I used to try to prove myself over and over. But at some point I gotta like, I know who I am. I'm confident who I am. If you don't know me, if you think that about me, that's your loss. Cause I'm a good friend. I'm a good loyal friend. I'm a good person. So if you want to just mess on over there, that's your loss. That's you.
That's
so
right.
I'm more confident in who I am. now.
Beautiful.
I'm okay. I'm okay with me.
You right. I'm okay with her too.
But I am not stuck up at all.
At
I
all.
can, if I got $1 for every time for people said, "Oh man, you know what I thought."
Right.
I'd be rich. I wouldn't need flowers.
And you know what? This is great because I mean, this business alone, I mean, flowers they can be very expensive.
Yes.
And so
especially like these are tropical flowers. Tropical flowers are very expensive.
wow.
Mhm.
Now I'm like feeling really honored today. I really am. He's gonna ride up front with me when I go back home. No, Michelle, Casey, thanks for watching. I see you, Cheryl. Thanks for watching, and also Anthony, Mickey, Thomas joined in on this afternoon. Let's see. I love to hear how you mentioned about Superintendent Reed helping you, or not. So basically, not standing in your way, kind of motivating you
Yes.
and pushing you.
Mhm.
So was it always like that? Like from the beginning, when you started the business, was he always, like really in your corner?
I'm a very honest person, so let me tell you exactly what happened.
Okay.
What exactly happened was I brought the idea to him.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, what do you think about this? He's like, yeah, it looks good, but maybe not now.
Okay.
So I was like, But that's a good point I can make. God gave me the idea.
Right.
So see, when you get an idea, God gives it to you. Everybody else doesn't get your vision. So I can't be mad at him because he didn't see it, because God didn't give it to him. God gave me the business idea. He gave me the vision. He gave me those credit cards in my name. I had the wherewithal to pay it.
Right.
And I stepped out on faith, and I had just ended a fast, because every January we do that, that first of the year, the first fruits fast, the whole month of January. So I'm like, you know what, God, if I'm going to trust you, I'm going to trust you. He wasn't negative or, like, nah, girl, please. But he was a bit hesitant because my husband is very frugal. He's successful. Now, he gets up in church and says this stuff. He'll say, we can't let Iris keep the money because Iris will give all of the money away. We wouldn't have nothing. So I'm not talking about him behind his back.
Right.
He would tell you in a heartbeat.
Right.
But he takes really good care of me. So trust me, I am not tripping. But he wasn't exactly 100% on board. Okay. But like I said, but that's in real life with anybody. I don't care who it is. You may not have people that understand your dream, or you may feel that they should invest in you. No, God is going to set it up so he can get the glory. Matter of fact, I told my husband, I made a joke. I said, this is going pretty good. I'm so glad I didn't listen to you. He said, I'm glad you didn't either. Go, girl. I'm happy for you. So it wasn't like I took it and just threw it in his face. Right. I was like, but I just admonish any of you who have dreams, who have visions. Don't let the fact that you don't have enough money be the reason you don't pursue your dream or your career. Because let me tell you this, honey, whatever God orders on the menu, he can afford it. He can afford to for it. So if he ordered it, he wants you to have it. He's going to let you have the wherewithal. He would touch somebody's heart and make them write you a check. Trust me, I know what I'm talking about. He will give you exactly what you need in order for you to do what you need to do, because the bottom line is he's going to get the glory. It's not even about you. You just a mere instrument that he's going to use. So why not say, Lord, yes, send me. I surrender. I'm not going to talk about this negative stuff that I can't do. I ain't got this. I ain't got that, because you don't need to have it. God is your source, not you, not man. You got this. Go out and get it.
Yes, yes. Beautiful. Oh, this is great. She's so encouraging. Such a sweetheart. Oh my goodness. Comment here. I'm a PK and know how ministry work behind the scenes. Do you find it difficult to work with church folks, being difficult or always wanting a break, like give them a special deal when ordering? If so, how do you deal with it diplomatically?
Well, definitely church folk always want to break, but I don't even know if it's just church folk or black folk. Let me be real.
True.
Real. It's so funny. You get the thing about my business is I can do custom orders. So it's almost something for everybody within a certain price range. And I used to always say, early part of this year, or the last part of the year, I said, everybody wants all the bells and whistles, but they want it for a cheap price. Now, think about me. I can give you something cheaper, but they want this and they want to pay $50 for it. So I said I was going to make a post and say, you want all the bells and whistles? I got you. I was going to put it for cheap. I was going to put up a picture of a bell and a whistle.
That is cute.
They're going to read
cute.
me wrong. I'm like, let me not do it. Let me not do it. But seriously, yes, they do. But I try, even at that, I'm trying to be accommodating. My basic arrangements start at $130, which includes writing and all of that. But I can show you that there's another company that does this, and they charge over $200
Wow.
just for 12 roses. So I let the customer customize everything. I let them determine how much they could pay, but at least $130. Why? Because I have to buy flowers. I buy expensive ribbon. I buy beautiful vases. I have to make templates every time. If it's a face, if it's a word, I literally have to create a template. And let me tell you my process. I have transfer paper that I use, maybe 50 sheets or something. It's cost like over $100.
Wow.
So I go to the computer and I make the image and I have to flip it and do all of this stuff. Then I cut it out onto this expensive paper. Then I take that paper and put it on this machine. It kind of looks like a microwave with an ultraviolet light, I guess you can call it. And I have to let that sit on for a minute. Take that off, put in some black film, let that sit on for another minute and a half. Take that off, rinse it off, blow dry it, put it back on for another 6 minutes. That's just to create a template. And see, what people don't realize, they just look at flowers. I have literally had people tell me, well, we can go to Jewel and get flowers for $10. Yeah, but you can't get this. Mm-mm. They're not great. Jewel to have flowers in there. I've seen for $100. Well, Mariano's, I know, for $100 and something for a range. I'm only charging you $130, for a basic. And I'm never basic. I'm always putting in some beautiful leaves, beautiful greenery. I don't just stick leather leaf and baby breath. No, because this is important to me. Like I told you, all of my clients are important. So this is my name attached, and I'm not posting nothing that look cheap and look crazy looking.
I've never seen anything cheap.
No, because I'm not going to do it.
That's right.
I'm not going to present it. I'm not going to give it to people like that. Are too valuable. They're too important. So yeah, it's a lot of work. And to get the ink off, I'm sitting there. I have to wipe acetone on my hands, and that's a chemical hazard.
Yes.
So it's a lot of work. It's a whole lot of work. People have no idea. They don't know what goes into the process.
Okay. And it obviously is a lot that goes into it.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. My hat, everything is off to you today. So we thank you. We appreciate it. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. I think we have a spoken word by Elder Kevin McGee. I do want to make sure we get that in before we end today. He worded especially for you.
I love it.
So we're going to, I tell you what, do me a favor, producer, give me a little bit of music first. And then, if you can do that.
I don't believe that I gotta stay sick when God can heal. I don't believe that I gotta stay broke when God can bless. No. I don't believe that I gotta stay hurt. My God's too real.
Lord, I believe in you.
Lord, I believe in you.
Lord, I believe in you.
Lord, I believe.
I don't believe it.
That I gotta stay sick when God can heal.
I don't believe it. No.
When God
the Lord. In your power, Lord, I believe. Oh, Lord, you've been my shelter. You've been my healer. I believe. Yeah. Oh, yes, you are my God. Yeah. The Bible says, if I seek ye beside every great pastor is the pastor's wife. Not simply the first lady, but the wife of the shepherd who holds the key to the man that he is. Because it is she who comforts and encourages him in times of stress and distress. And when he needs a fresh perspective, she can be those eyes that helps him to see. When the cares of the church weighs heavily upon him, she assists in making the load easier to bear. Oftentimes, she is not given her just due, and some view her as untouchable. However, if they will see a flower from God's garden that has been written on with indelible ink that symbolizes the value of the woman and all that she is. So cherish the first lady, cherish the pastor's wife, cherish this flower, whether she be a rose, a lily, a daisy, or even an iris. The pastor's wife is someone that everyone should know.
It was beautiful.
That was awesome.
Okay, we're back. Wow, Elder McGee, you actually had me at a loss for words.
OMG. Oh my God. He ended it with my name.
He did.
Amazing.
He did that up when I did hear a little bit of it when he actually, because he tries to send it to me. But sometimes I like to be surprised too,
Yes.
when I get here. But
I need a copy of that.
Oh my God. You heard that, Elder McGee? She wants a copy. So make sure you get it to Lady Iris. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. He put up his sunglasses on here. Yeah, you're all right. Elder McGee has a show here on Saturdays entitled Connections. And it comes on at 12 o'clock noon every Saturday. So you guys make sure you tune in, support him. He actually tries to have, locals on or individuals on just to make, as the title of his show states, to make connections of what they do and how they maybe they have a book, they're an author or artist or whatever. So he tries to highlight individuals. Josh, I see you on. Thanks for watching, Deidre Carter. Let's see. Okay, Michelle Thomas, I see you on. Sharon L. Smith Grady, thank you for watching. We appreciate you. So yeah, we're actually coming down to the end of today's show. It has been, oh my God, it's been really wonderful. But I wanted to maybe ask you a couple of more questions before we end. Now, what I want you to do, because not only do I have individuals come on so I can talk to them, about whatever the topic is, but I also want to try and highlight your business. And we've been talking about it. So let us know, because we're coming into a season. Well, we got Valentine's Day coming up.
Mother's
We have,
Day
yes, all the major things. And then, of course, birthdays,
right, of course.
And, we don't plan them out, but, you do have individuals that have to have flowers for funerals.
Oh, yes.
And so we want to let everybody know where they can contact you. How do they get in contact? How do they even, get a Lady I chatting bud arrangement, or do you, because I know you mentioned earlier you don't have a website.
Right.
Okay. So is everybody calling you? What are they doing?
Either call or they will inbox me. I get a lot of inboxes.
Okay. So you can maintain it through Facebook and all right.
And Instagram
too. Okay.
Sure.
All right, so let everybody know what your Facebook name is, and then also Instagram, your whatever social media outlets that you have.
Okay, well, it's Lady I Chatting Buds. The reason why it's called Lady I Chatting Buds is because it's Lady I, that's Lady Iris, and Chatting Buds because people have been talking to flowers for years, or the plants for years. Now the flowers are talking back. So that's what that little thing means.
Love it.
So on Instagram, it's at Lady I Chatting Buds, and that's all spelled out. at Lady I, LADY, the initial I, at Lady I Chatting, ChatTing, Buds. But you start typing it in, it'll come up. And on Facebook, my personal page is Iris Reed. I integrate flowers and whatever else is going on in my life there. But if you don't want to be bothered with any of that, you can go straight to my page, my Instagram, or our business page on Facebook is Lady I Chatting Buds. So same thing. You can find me anywhere. I'm reachable, and I love, 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 love people.
Beautiful. Yes.
Oh, and then I have a phone number. It's 312-883-CHAT. CHAT, which is 312-883-2428.
Okay, so give me I'm trying to type it in as you're talking onto the live feed. 312
883-2428. I had to think. 883-2428.
I'm trying to. She's cracking me up over here. Okay, so Lady I Chatting Buds. You can find her on Instagram, and then she has a Facebook page of Iris Reed. Correct? Okay.
Iris Reed, or Lady I Chatting Buds.
Oh, on Facebook as well. Okay, so we can do Facebook or Instagram.
312-883-2428.
Okay.
It's 312-883-CHAT, CHAT.
CHAT. Okay. All right. So you guys know how you can get in contact with her. Oh my God, you are not going to be disappointed at all. I was pleasantly surprised on today to receive this beautiful floral arrangement. And then she asked me, she said, "Now you didn't think I was gonna come here without a floral arrangement." I really didn't know. But I probably would have cried if I no, I'm just kidding. But no, it is a pleasant surprise, and I truly, truly appreciate it. Michelle says, "How ironic. Her whole name is plant-based." Yes, it is.
Funny.
It is. It's
Yeah,
plant-based. So she obviously was meant to do this.
Yes.
And
My
I mean, I just thank God that He gave this to you. I mean, because
too.
And you're doing it again in the spirit of excellence. Like you said, you're perfectionist, you want everything. And this is not cheap stuff. This is not at all. Not at all. But I know I need to get some things together so I can get some orders in myself for sure.
No worries. Sure. You know what? Something else I wanted to add to something you asked me about people not wanting to pay. How come when they go to Louis Vuitton and Michael Kors and all of these places, do you think or Gucci, do they ever fix their mouth and ask them, can I get a deal?
They don't. And I'm going to tell you something. When I do have individuals on, especially African Americans, and we have our own businesses, small business or whatever they may be, I tell my listeners and those who, please, when you guys contact these, don't call them and ask them for a deal because you heard them on the net show or whatever, or just because you think you know them. I mean, you may know them personally, but realize and understand, for a lot of people, this is their livelihood. So you have to take that into consideration as well. I see Brandy McCord on. She's an awesome photographer. Maybe something needs to connect with these flowers and photography. Brandy, maybe we should talk. But I even when they go to her, for her business, she does great work. Right. Like don't go asking her for a deal.
And you know what? As a first lady, I can't tell you how many artists have been at our church, and they can vouch for you. They will tell you, like they'll give the pastor and the first lady, an autograph book, or I say, you know what? You're trying to make it just like I am. I'm a businesswoman. How dare you give me this for free? I make them charge me.
Do you?
Because I have a respect for them. They're trying to make it. They're trying to be successful. Any of them will tell you, nope, I pay. Tanya Ray, she tried to give me. I was like, nope, I pay. Lemmy Battle was just at our church.
Yes.
And she wanted to, this for you, First Lady. Nope, I pay.
Right.
Because you want people to be successful. There's enough to go around. You know what I'm saying? There is enough everybody can get a little bit. Everybody can be rich. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Help each other.
Help each other.
And especially us. It's like, please, come on. We've been gone through a lot as Black people. If your sister is doing something and it's quality, I often hear, well, I wanted to patronize the Black people, but I couldn't. They messed up. Well, you know what? I don't ever want anybody to say that. They tried to help, Lady I Chatting Buzz because she's a minority and, but she got here late or she didn't deliver.
Right.
I don't ever want anybody to say that about me. And if they did, believe me, if something happened, trust me, I'm going to make it right.
Right.
It's not like, oh, well, you just one person. I have all these other people. I'm like Jesus, honey. The one sheep when the 99, he goes to find the one, honey. I need everybody. I need all.
That's
I
right.
need everybody
That's
in here.
beautiful.
So
I love
we're
it.
all important.
I love it. I love it. Where do you see Lady I Chatting Buds within the next 10 years?
Ooh, I don't even have a vision, but I'm telling you, I think it'll be somewhere that I never even imagined. I imagine greatness. I imagine that God is going to do something great because I already see the doors opening. I already see the little stepping stones he's taking. So actually, I'm just sitting back and enjoying the ride, but I'm being prepared while I wait. I'm going to keep, like I said, I'm buying new machines. I'm going to keep reinvesting in myself because I believe it's what God gave me. So I'm definitely going to reinvest and constantly make it better. I'm always looking at something, another flower show or arrangement. I'm always looking. I study my craft. I'm not just content with where I am. I always want to improve. There's always room to get better. So I study my craft. I do what I do. And like I said, I'm always going, but I know it's going somewhere great.
Yeah.
I already see the setup.
Okay.
So I just want God to just use me with these flowers to win some lost soul to Christ. That's my bottom line. That's my bottom line.
I love it. I love it.
And that's sincere.
I feel it. I feel it
It's
coming
sincere.
from you. I always say, even with this radio show, when I first started it 5 years ago, I questioned God every week. You sure this is what you want me to do? You sure? You sure? And he would keep answering me.
Are we sure?
Right, exactly. Right. Yeah. And I was doubting myself.
Yes, I know.
And he would continue like week after week. This is what I went, but he would show me through different ways.
Yes.
And with me talking about psychology and people, and that so many different people are hurting.
Oh yes.
Across this
and
world.
Mental illness is real,
it's
sweetie.
real. And you know how he would show me, how he would confirm every week?
Yes.
He showed me pastors, spiritual leaders committing suicide.
Oh yes.
Being, overcome with mental illness, not knowing how to handle it.
Yes.
And it's no lie. Every week I would see an article, whether it was here in Chicago or abroad or whatever, different states. And every time I would see it, it would shake me to my core.
Yes.
And I said, okay, this is what you want me to do. You want me to bring attention to you want this me to have this platform so that people will be able to talk and to, get things out, or maybe we can refer them to a therapist or whatever they need to do to get beyond, the whatever traumatic situation they're in, because there's so many. We even, I think a few weeks ago, another pastor or spiritual leader ended up committing suicide.
I believe it.
And it's because it's so much. They go through so much. They're human too.
Yes.
And so that I wanted to bring voice to it. So this is so I understand what you're saying totally. If I can just reach one person, I believe I've done my job.
Right.
But I just want to be a help to somebody.
Because here's my thing. But I said this to my husband. What happens when all these the big preachers, when they fall? Who do they have to go to?
Yes.
Because if it's not one thing, you have to be careful, because you have to make sure who you talk to, make sure they're not repeating it, make sure they're not trying to take your church over on you know what I'm saying? You have to be so careful. And it's I wish we had some type of some kind of a support system for pastors, but I have just seen it. I've just seen these radio people and how they're messed up. I look at the whole R. Kelly thing, and then they said, but he was molested by his sister.
He was for years,
and all of that. No, I'm not defending him as far as that, but he's messed up and he needed some help. But see, society puts him way up here. We get the thing mixed up with his music. We can't separate the music from the man.
They couldn't get beyond that.
Right. And that's how it is with these pastors. You can't get past, this is my pastor. How many times have pastors fallen and people are just truly in denial? No, not my pastor. He done raped your child.
Right.
And you no, you must be mistaken, not the pastor, So I'm just saying, they go through things too. Things have happened to them, but they need a support system. They need somebody to be accountable to, because who are they accountable to besides God?
Exactly.
Sometimes you need a workout partner, They make you accountable. They make you go. You wouldn't necessarily go. But if you had a good support system, and I just think as sisters and brothers in Christ, we have to do better. We have to have somebody we can confide in and be what they think we are, as far as, it's okay to talk to her. She's not going to go put on my business, or better than that, she's not going to judge me. She's not going to cast me away.
Right.
That is not what we're supposed to do. So what you're saying is you're here for this platform. So you don't know. And a lot of times you don't have to know. It might be somebody listening to your program, but all you have to do is obey God. You may never know the lives that you touch. And guess what? It doesn't matter, because the glory needs to go to God anyway. Right. But you may have saved many, many, many lives because somebody just tuned in.
Yeah.
And because they couldn't go talk to nobody.
Right.
They can't talk to their members because their members got them, they Jesus' first cousin at least.
Exactly.
So they break because they like, I can't do this. Right. I can't continue. I'm living a double life. They can't let their hair down, so to speak. So what you're doing, don't be confused, honey. It is the will of God.
Yes.
And he will even take you higher places. And the thing about radio, he's reaching, he's using you to reach people that you'll never even know.
Right.
So
never even know they listen in or anything. That's right.
And they may not put a like, they may not put a face, but you're reaching them. So thank God for people say hallelujah is the highest praise. I always say, I think obedience is the highest praise, because to be obedient to God. Because it's funny, I've never read that in the Bible. Hallelujah is the highest praise. It's funny how we just say that. But obedience. If you can obey God,
I love it.
I can't tell you what happened.
I love it. Oh my God. Woo! Can you believe we're at the end?
It didn't feel like it.
I tell you, it went by. Remember, I told you at the beginning, it's not gonna feel like it.
Right.
And when you get to talking about something again, that's your passion.
Yes.
It goes by fast.
Yes.
I just want to thank everybody for joining us on today, for listening in, your comments, your questions. You contact Lady Iris. You have been blessed to listen to her on today, to see a wonderful example of one of her arrangements that she blessed me with on today. Yes. So thank you again. Look her up, go on Facebook, and then also you can look back in the live feed for her information, for her number, 312-883-2428. Is that right? 2438?
312-883-2428.
2428, which is chat. And I actually put that on there. I don't know what I was saying. Okay. All right. So make sure you contact her, because you have Valentine's Day coming up and you don't want to miss out on giving, your husband or your wife what they're supposed to have. Okay. I just threw that in there.
Yes.
Carolyn Nesbitt, I see you. Pastor JJ Bell, appreciate you for watching as well. And they're all thanking you for being on the show today.
Thank you all for having me. It was an honor.
Yes, and it was timing. Oh my God, because we were trying to get you on before.
God's
I know
timing is always perfect.
It is. Always. It is indeed. And she has been nothing but just a very humble and sweet, kind, caring individual. When we had to reschedule her before, she calmed me down a whole lot. But okay. But again, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you, and we're going to support her. Lady I Chatting Buds, okay? You are listening to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. We've been here on Intellectual Radio, and for now, I want you to soar and get caught up with Annette.
You've just been listening to Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. We're your host, Annette Harris, provided you with psychological and biblical insight for your everyday concerns. Need more insight? Visit Annette's Facebook page at Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette. Don't forget, tune in next week for Mind, Body, and Soul with Annette.